Communications Director Audrey Barnes, and this is a Laurel TV special report on Laurel's oldest festival, Emancipation Day. It dates back to the 1900s. The celebration fills the Grove community just off Route 198 with people of all ages coming together for food, fun, and fellowship under the tall oak trees the Grove is named for. But what do you really know about Emancipation Day, or the Grove for that matter? We asked reporter Dave Owens to spend a little time in the Grove, and he uncovered the roots of Laurel's African-American community.
Welcome to Route 198, which is a major artery here in present-day Laurel. But there's great history here as well. Harken back to an era where massive oak trees lined this area with St. Mark's Church in the backdrop. The two were synonymous, St. Mark's Church and the Grove. And it's a perfect backdrop for Laurel Television's Emancipation Special.
This house of worship is special.
This church is just, I guess, a good place for me to feel the Holy Spirit.
I just love this church. I love the fellowship. I love the people.
Meet 92-year-old Mildred Awkward. She was raised just steps from St. Mark's Methodist Church, which in the days of pre-integrated Laurel, Maryland, was a primary gathering place for African Americans.
I often thought about it. We were really poor, but we really didn't know it because this is the way everybody was living.
She's not alone in her love for her church. Local historian Sandra Johnson lives in Baltimore, but she was raised in Laurel, and to this day still drives nearly an hour to attend services at St. Mark's several times a week.
When I grew up, Laurel was still quite segregated because we couldn't go to the movie theater, we couldn't go to the Laurel pool.
This was the center of our community. We did everything here.
St. Mark's was Laurel's nerve center. It was also part of a larger oak tree-lined tract of land known simply as the Grove, the only place African Americans could live during that time. The Grove was the birthplace of Laurel's Emancipation Day celebration. Blacks would gather in a park near St. Mark's to commemorate the historic decision abolishing slavery.
Early 1900s, 1920s and things like that, they talked about on Friday night, people came in their horse-driven buggies and, I guess camped out. And then on Saturday, the entire Grove was filled.
And more than 100 years later, with a few tweaks, Laurel's Emancipation Day celebration is still going strong. In fact, Johnson boasts that the annual parade will once again highlight the city's longest-running festival.
It's very important for young people to know their history, because when you know your history, you really start to get an appreciation for things.
Yes, times have certainly changed. Majestic oak trees that earned the area its nickname, the Grove, have been replaced by Maryland State Highway 198. But one thing has remained the same all these years. St. Mark's still looms as a spiritual center in Laurel.
What's your favorite song?
Oh, my favorite song is He's My Friend.
For Laurel TV, I'm Dave Owens.
When we return, we will tell you what's on tap for Laurel's Emancipation Day celebration. It is set for September 3rd, 2016. Stay with us.
Laurel, Maryland, where strolling a footbridge in a park can bring neighbors together for some scenic relaxation along the Patuxent.
This is my Laurel.
Where a small business can thrive for generations, luring people to Main Street for more than just festivals.
This is my Laurel.
For all things Laurel, tune in to Laurel TV. Turn your power on.
Festival is sponsored each year by St. Mark's United Methodist Church. It's located at 601 8th Street in Laurel. Reverend Dr. Sonia King joins us now to talk a little bit more about the church and how significant it is to Laurel. So first of all, put this in perspective for people who are watching this special. Emancipation Day, how important is it to the African American community?
It's very important to the African American community to show our freedom, and there's no difference between us and anybody else, the separation of slaves and free people. So it's important for us to come together and to fellowship and to just show the equality of brothers and sisters together. St. Mark's has been a pillar in the community for 116 years. We've had the opportunity to celebrate emancipation for about 114, and it's just a wonderful time for us to come together as a people and to celebrate freedom.
And from what I understand, people have come from D.C. and Baltimore to Laurel to celebrate Emancipation Day here with us.
Yes. We're blessed to have people come from all around neighboring cities just to fellowship and to it's one of those things that you look forward to every year. So people put it on their calendar and they look forward to coming every year.
All right.
And we're blessed to have them.
So Wayne, we want to talk about the specifics, the nuts and bolts of Emancipation Day 2016 here in Laurel. Let's go over the schedule because it's a full day, really. You can come, bring your family, stay all day in Laurel and have a great time. Race is the first thing?
Yes, the race is the first thing. First of all, this is the place that you actually want to bring your family. It is a day, like Pastor just said, that people mark on their calendars. So it is a fun-filled day. It's a family-oriented day. We get started at 8 o'clock in the morning with our 5K diabetes walk. And then we go right in from there that we'll open up with our vendors that we have right there located on West Street. And we also will start our parade at 12 o'clock. And we'll have a softball game that I know we'll talk about that a little bit later too, but we have a softball tournament this year that we're doing things just a little different, shaking it up this year, and just giving those other churches a chance to come out there and see if they can compete with St. Mark's as well.
All right, well, there you've thrown down the gauntlet, major softball tournament on Emancipation Day.
Yes.
Now, do people come out and line the streets and cheer the walkers on and things like that? Do they get involved?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. And I've walked the last 2 years, so that's part of the fun of it when you're walking through to wave to people standing out, cheering you on, saying, come on, you can do it, and things like that. So yeah, that's part of the fun.
All right.
Of the 5K walk run. And you don't have to run, it's a walk, a fun walk also. So I look forward to beating the mayor this year.
So besides the walk and the parade, now the parade, is that growing? I know there's been years in the past where it actually was canceled, but the parade is back this year.
Yes.
Can we expect a big one?
You can expect
Absolutely.
a big one. We have several bands that are going to be a part of this. We got a couple liturgical dance teams from other churches that are coming. We got Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated that will be involved. You also have Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated that will be involved as well too during the parade. So this is something that is really, really one to look out for this year.
Yes.
You know, you really want to make sure that you come to the parade this year.
And there's food. We know that St. Mark's kitchen will be rolling that day,
Yes.
preparing
Yes.
food for the festival.
Yes.
Yes, well, the food is probably that's the highlight that everyone comes out for. The food, you're finding everything from, your hot dogs to hamburgers to half smokes,
Fish,
from the fish, chicken, all the
fries.
sides, potatoes. I mean, we have
Funnel
everything.
cake.
The funnel cakes, just everything out there for you. So.
We're going to talk a little bit more about the food and the vendors
I
coming
can go
up.
on about
You've
food.
already made me hungry, so you've done your job. Thank you so much. We're really looking forward to this year's Emancipation Day Festival.
We're
Thank you
looking
both.
forward to everybody coming together in unity.
It'll be a great day. Thank you both for being here today. Well, as I mentioned, food and vendors. We'll talk about all those yummy topics a little bit later in the show. But up next, we want to talk with Laurel Police Lieutenant John Hamilton. He has some important information about enjoying the Emancipation Day festivities. So stay with us.
is my Laurel.
Where the past is not only restored and preserved, it's celebrated. Community, art, culture, history, pride. Where old school class never goes out of style, ushering in the next generation of Main Street entrepreneurs.
This is my Laurel.
For all things Laurel, tune in to Laurel TV. Turn your power on.
Welcome back. Laurel Police Lieutenant John Hamilton is here now with some important safety reminders about Emancipation Day festivities on September 3rd here in Laurel. Thank you very much for being with us.
Glad to be here.
I think the main thing people want to know, first of all, is where are the bulk of the activities happening, and are there any road closures that they need to know about?
Yes, the bulk of the road closures will be between 9th Street and 8th Street, which is on West Street. So West Street will be blocked off between 9th and 8th. From Laurel Avenue down to Talbot Avenue on 8th Street as well will be blocked off, and there will be no vehicle traffic during that time frame of the festival.
And that's primarily too because there's a race and walk that's going on too,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So what about parking? What is your best advice for people who do want to come down and kind of get close, but you know some of the roads are blocked off?
Yeah, Laurel Avenue, Park Avenue. There will be limited parking on 8th Street. 9th Street will be available as well, and any of the neighboring streets around McCullough Field, there's parking available.
So the best thing to do is, like you would for the Main Street Festival, come early,
Hit
one of those side streets.
Find a nice legal parking space, and you'll be fine for the remainder of the day.
Okay. And any idea when the road closures will be in effect? Because the race starts at 8 a.m., so I imagine the roads will be closed well before that?
Yes, approximately about 2 hours before. So about 6 a.m. those roads will be blocked off, and we'll also have no emergency parking signs, which will be posted the day before to advise everyone of when they're allowed to park and where they're not allowed to park.
Now, for Emancipation Day festivals in the past, has there been a pretty significant crowd?
We normally get a good turnout, yes.
Mm-hmm. So what would be your advice for people to really enjoy it safely?
Don't bring your pets. No alcohol is allowed. Come early and just relax and enjoy yourselves.
Mm-hmm. Now, do the Laurel Police have a pretty big presence for big events like this?
Yes, we'll have a presence as well, and we'll be some of the events we'll be participating in. Other events we'll just have officers around just to monitor the crowd and to make sure everyone's safe and having fun.
And like any other big event, I guess Lost Kids and things like that, there will be like a command post and things like that,
yes.
if there was an emergency, people would have some place to go?
Yes, they can come. We'll be stationed primarily near St. Mark's Church. There'll be a little field and a pavilion right across the street from the church, and that'll be where our command post will be based at. And if they have any questions or any concerns or need police assistance, we'll be there to assist.
Now, is there anything that you want to pass along to the public as they prepare for the big event on September 3rd? Just any other safety information or parking, things like that, anything?
No, I think we've about covered it. I think that's all they need to know. Just actually come out, enjoy yourselves, find a good parking space, and have some fun.
All right, and hopefully by then it'll be a little cooler.
Yes.
Not so hot, right?
Definitely.
All right, well, although we don't have a lot of time, we'll see what happens with the weather.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that safety information and the parking tips. We
Yes.
appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about food and vendors. It's not too late if you'd like to participate in Laurel's Emancipation Day Festival. Once again, it's set for September 3rd. We'll be right back.
Laurel, Maryland's outdoor pleasures can be found in its acres of parkland or on a lake,
This is my Laurel.
where a legacy of service to others rises from the ashes of a downtown fire and sparks a renewed sense of community,
This is my Laurel.
where the people and the leaders work together for progress.
This is my Laurel.
For all things Laurel, tune in to Laurel TV. Turn your power on.
Joining us now to talk about the food and vendors are culinary coordinator Tina Matthews and Jennifer Klotz, the vendor coordinator. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us today. Tina, let me start with you. How many people are you going to try to feed on Emancipation Day 2016?
Well, actually, we try to feed, well, not try to feed, but an average of 200 to maybe 300 people, depending. The biggest factor for Emancipation Day would be the weather. Mm-hmm. If the weather is good, then we'll have the people.
Mm-hmm. And all the cooking is done at St. Mark's Church?
Yes, it is. All the prepping and cooking is done right there at St. Mark's.
What is that like? When do you start getting ready for 300 people?
Well, actually, my Uncle George does a lot of the footwork for us. He'll go down to the market and get the chicken and fish, and he'll bring it back to the church. So the ladies of the church will clean the chicken maybe a week before, and then we'll freeze it. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so make our mouths water. What's on the menu?
We'll have fried chicken, we'll have fish, potato salad, baked beans, green beans, and we'll serve desserts. We'll have desserts on sale.
Okay, desserts. You got to tell me what's that. Tell me there's some sweet potato pie or something like that.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, we'll have sweet potato pie. We'll have homemade cookies. We'll have homemade cakes, homemade pies. Yes, we'll have it all.
You know, because food really is like the lifeblood of the community, really. It's the one thing that everybody can, kind of sink their teeth into, literally. So, but is there a charge for the food? And tell me about that.
Yes, it is. For our dinners, which consist of either fried chicken or fish, so you'll get a choice of meat, and you'll get 3 sides, and that'll be included in the price of $13.
Oh, for $13 you get that?
Yes.
And a slice of sweet potato pie?
The dessert is extra.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Pound cake?
Yes, and pound cake.
Ooh,
I forgot pound cake.
There. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
So, so people aren't disappointed. Do they need to bring cash, or
yes.
do they have to have can you use a credit card?
Yes, we only accept cash, no credit cards. Yes.
Okay. So, because I imagine there's people that show up, I only have a credit card. Your mouth is watering and you want food, so just plan ahead, bring cash.
Bring cash, please.
Cash on, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The line's going to be long after people find out what's on the menu.
Yes.
Jennifer, let's talk about the vendors. Is it too late to apply to be a vendor for the Emancipation Day Festival?
No, we still have time for people to fill out the application and send that into St. Mark's along with the fee.
What's the fee?
It's $75, but it's for the entire day. The vending starts at 10, and the day's going till about 9 o'clock.
Right.
So it's a long day with lots of people. It's a good opportunity for vendors to come and show the things that they sell.
So let's talk about what will be offered on Emancipation Day. What kinds of things do the vendors bring?
Well, we have some direct sales vendors, as well as vendors who make handmade items. For instance, designer pillows and handmade aprons. We're also going to have a face painter for the kids, which will be awesome. There'll be jewelry and clothing that will be there, as well as items for little girls like tutus and headpieces.
And the thing about festivals like the Emancipation Day or Main Street, it's like you come back every year looking for your favorite vendor, right? Do the same vendors want to be a part of it every year?
Well, this year it's a lot bigger than it has been in the past, so there'll be a lot of new vendors there this year, so that will be exciting for everybody. And they'll all be lined up on West Street and all together, so people do not have to go very far. Some of the vendors will accept credit cards. Some of them may only do cash.
So plan ahead one way or the other if you
really
have something in mind. And you mentioned things for the children, but really for kids of all ages. Will there be items for people of all ages?
Yes, and there's also somebody who's coming who is a painter and brings paints and canvases and lets people actually make their own painting to take home with them.
Oh, that's exciting. Is there one thing that seems to attract the biggest crowds every year? One vendor?
Probably face painting with the kids.
Kids always love that.
They love face painting, yeah. And the face painters, you know, it's not just their face. They could get their arms or their hands or something like that if you don't want your face painted. And adults can do it too.
All right. Well, yeah, that sounds like something for everyone. Is there something else you want to tell us about the vendors since you have this opportunity to get the word out?
Well, if there's anybody who would like to be a vendor at the event, so please contact me, and you can contact me at 443-481-7387, or you can send me an email at jenklotz, which is JENKLOTZ62@gmail.com.
All right. Well, it looks like you said, it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So really looking forward to that. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. Food and vendors, oh, yummy. All right, thank you very much. Up next, fighting diabetes. How Laurel's Emancipation Day race is literally changing the lives of people living with diabetes. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Laurel, Maryland, where strolling a footbridge in a park can bring neighbors together for some scenic relaxation along the Patuxent.
This is my Laurel.
Where a small business can thrive for generations, luring people to Main Street for more than just festivals.
This is my Laurel.
For all things Laurel, tune in to Laurel TV. Turn your power on.
Welcome back to Laurel's Emancipation Day special. I'm Audrey Barnes. Joining me now is Jackie Jones. She's been a member of St. Mark's United Methodist Church for 23 years, and Jackie is the driving force behind the 5K race that's become such a big part of the festival. Jackie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now this is not just any ordinary 5K race. This is to raise money for diabetes. How did the race and Emancipation Day get connected?
Well, I facilitate the diabetes support group at St. Mark's, and we call ourselves Diabetics Serving God. And the support group isn't just for the members of St. Mark's, it's for the community. So it's open to all. And we were holding our meeting, and we meet on the first Monday monthly, and the Emancipation Day Committee just happened to be meeting the same time, and they decided that they would like to do a walk or something for a cause. And they came over and asked us if we would be interested in doing a little walk or a run or something. And so I talked it over with the group, and we decided that if we were going to do something, we may as well go all out. And we decided to do a 5K run walk for diabetes.
How many dollars have you raised for diabetes research and support since you started linking up with the Emancipation Day festivities?
Over $2,500.
That's fantastic. That is really good. And you have a personal reason for doing it because you are a diabetic and you work with other diabetics in the community to try to live healthily, right?
Yes, I am a diabetic. I've been a diabetic for probably close to 25 years now. And I truly believe that sometimes you have certain things, or God allows you to have things so that you can help others, and that's sort of my calling. And
we spent a little time at your home recently as you were preparing a healthy meal with your friend Gail Gibson. Tell us about that, because I know that you strive really hard to just live a healthy lifestyle while you have diabetes.
Well, recently in our meeting, we talked about family support and how the family can become part of your daily routine and really understand. And what better way than to do some healthy eating, which benefits all.
What did you and Gail make?
We made grilled vegetable kebabs.
Ooh, yummy. So is that hard to do? Because I know we have video of you and Gail in the kitchen there.
Yes, it isn't hard. No, it isn't hard to do. Basically, you select the vegetables that you want. You chop them up. Well, of course, you wash them and all of that. But you chop them up, and we just added a little olive oil and a little Italian seasoning. And I like hot pepper, so I put a little hot pepper flakes in it. And we put it all in a Ziploc bag, shook it up, put it in the bowl, pre-soaked the kebabs so they would burn up on the grill, and then we just put them on the kebabs and grill them.
So the message behind that yummy lunch is that you can have good tasting food and still be mindful of your diabetes.
Yes.
That's an excellent message. So this race will raise awareness and money for the University of Maryland Diabetes and Endocrinology Center?
Yes, the University of Maryland Diabetes and Endocrinology Center, Midtown, where I happen to be a patient. That's where I go for my diabetes management. And we thought, our group thought, what a wonderful way to help others through direct community outreach would be to provide something for the hospital that they could give to the community. And what we do, the funding that we give the hospital supports the Breakfast on the Go program. Many times people come in and they may have to make hard decisions as to whether they're going to do a copay, buy meds, get something to eat, and some people come in and are in need of food. So our funding supports the Breakfast on the Go program. So the money goes right back out to the community. So it's not going somewhere where you never know what's going to happen.
So if you haven't already signed up to run or walk the 5K on Emancipation Day in Laurel, you have added incentive now because it's for a very, very good cause. And Jackie, can you quickly just give us the information if people want to sign up, because that's the main thing. You still have to register because this is a timed race. It's a bib timed and it's certified, right?
Well, we're very excited about that. Our course is USA Track and Field certified. We're bib chip time, so once you come through the chute, it picks up your official time. Our race manager is Blue Cheetah Sports Timing, and he also has the results on the screen. You can see your results almost immediately. And we're very, very happy this year because the city of Laurel has marked our route for us, and we have 5K signs all along the route. And they will be up permanently, so you can just go out and practice or walk that 5K anytime you feel like it. And to register, you may register many ways. Online. Just go to the St. Mark's website and you can register online, and you'll immediately get a receipt. Or you may register at the church any day, Monday through Friday, between 10 and 2.
Or race day morning.
Or race, I almost forgot.
Right.
Race day morning, you may may register, come, and we'll have the registration set up by 6:30 a.m.
Jackie, what a wonderful cause for Emancipation Day. Diabetes, which is very prevalent in some communities, and it's a great, great way to raise money for a good cause and celebrate Emancipation Day here in Laurel. So thank you so much for telling us all about it, and we look forward to the big festival on September 3rd.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jackie, and thank you for watching our special report on Laurel's Emancipation Day festivities 2016. For Laurel TV, I'm Audrey Barnes.